Well, Dean, matchmaking always guaranteeing results here in the LFC, but this one, I think, going to be 120% explosive. Out of the red corner from Sparta MMA for this lightweight MMA bout, Kamil Czyzewski, and taking on his opponent in the blue corner, Steve Keen from the Nanyang Kung Fu Academy. And both fighters look in outstanding shape, Dean.
Don't take your eyes off this one. This one is going to be crazy off the bat, as promised. Kamil going down
for the double leg.
Very nice takedown.
And showing off that Sparta MMA background in wrestling. Great Polish team there in freestyle.
Steve cinching up the guillotine here. Has he got it?
Oh, man,
he have it. No.
Kamil did a great job in turning his head to negate that arm getting underneath the chin. But I like the way that Steve Keen was cupping the chin to try to turn it and get underneath it, Dean.
It's very true. He's trying to crank the neck up to gain space there, but Kamil was wise to it and popped his head out. Now Keen, far enough some shots at range, needs to make sure he's got a good sprawl, because as we know, Kamil has got a brilliant double leg. Oh, shakes it off really well there. Nice right hand on the inside, lovely knee.
And a great show of sportsmanship. This guy's got a background in Muay Thai, Dean, so obviously under these rule sets needs to face illegal. I think that was completely inadvertent.
Yeah, I think he was just aiming for the body there, just slipped into the head. No harm done. Kamil seems fine. He's ready to go.
And the 21-year-old striker from the Nanyang Academy. Great show of sportsmanship. And Kamil at 23 also very exciting, Dean. Man, he's taking some pretty big shots, though, but that right hand is landing in the pocket in particular.
Steve Keen has got some really good takedown defense. I'm sure he's been working on it. Ahead of this fight, lovely there. So Kamil needs to put his shots before the wrestling takedowns, because it's crucial in MMA. You need to make your opponent think you're doing something else when you want to take him down.
And Dean, you're talking about the level change set up by the kickboxing, is that correct?
It's exactly right. Oh, nice fake there by again, but Steve's reading it from Kamil.
Nice knee. Nice right knee, cracking home to the midsection for the Polish fighter now twice.
Beautiful knees. I'd like to see Kamil do that and then drop down for that double leg quick. Oh, some beautiful knees returned by Keen.
And interesting to see this fight in the clinch thus far. Man, Kamil looks so monstrous.
Keen going for a takedown himself.
Wow, yeah, he was dropping to maybe pick that ankle, but Kamil locking up a guillotine.
He's really got to watch for the takedown here. He's got to feed his right arm in between Steve Keen's arms. He's got a head and arm, and it's possible to finish the guillotine from there. He's going to go for it, jumping guard. This looks tight.
Wow, Kamil looking for the finish is the Spartan fighter.
He's got some good leverage there. Keen really needs to work out of this. He needs to defend his neck and pop his head out. Can't see from this angle if his head's already out.
And it is.
Yep. Good defense by Steve Keen.
And that was a bold move from Kamil. He's been training there with the outstanding jiu-jitsu team at Dark Star. Paul Bridges, shout out to one of the very best black belts in the UK. Kamil looking for the...
Oh! Dark Star is known for his exceptional guard game, and Kamil is showcasing that right now. But Steve Keen doing a great job of defending that armbar.
And now he's going to look to swap up possibly again. But he uses it for the sweep. Outstanding work from Kamil. He's working so hard on his ground game, I know, over there with those guys. And you know what? Had that leg been over the top of the head, Dean, that would have been the finish, I think. And a sloppy armbar attempt from the bottom for the Nanyang fighter. Not deep enough past the elbow, Dean.
That's very true there. Just need to cinch up a bit tighter here. Again, sweat is not particularly a factor in these earlier rounds. However, some good showcase of skills, particularly jiu-jitsu from Czyzewski.
And the Nanyang fighter showing off some snappy stand-up techniques. The clinch was also very explosive back and forth with a change of knees, but both fighters ultimately working for the takedown, Dean. Interesting to see both taking the fight to where they believe the other might be stronger. In this case, Kamil going for the stand-up, and of course, we saw Steve go for a takedown against Kamil.
That's very true. It's both of these fighters showing they've got skill sets in both elements of this MMA game. Who will prevail in the later rounds?
Well, we continue here in LFC after a manic first round, Dean, with the action all over the floor and in the clinch.
Interested to see if Kamil is going to take this straight to the floor. Yep, he shoots in for a double there. Really, yes! I was about to say he needs to suck the hips out of Steve Keen and take him to the mat. Now, he's got to be careful. He doesn't want to spend too much time with his arms out in the guard. He needs to pass.
Ooh, big shots now for Kamil. And I like immediately how he kept that arm out of jeopardy, Dean.
It's very true. He kept it out of danger and used it to pass. Now he's in a half a mounted crucifix. Yep, he's going for the mounted crucifix here. If he can rain down shots with his left hand there.
And using a cross-face position to torque the face of his opponent very nicely. Is the Polish fighter possibly going to work in that far side arm, Dean? But then he goes back to striking. I think that's very wise to move between submission attacks and striking. Continually maintaining position.
Very indicative of a really skilled MMA fight. He's going to switch to submissions, mix up with the strikes, and then take what is available to him.
And the 23-year-old Polish prospect securing that underhook and using his head very nicely to maintain an isolating position on that left arm.
If you notice as well, he's got his hips down to his opponent. That pins his opponent down to the mat in Steve Keane and able to punish him here.
Keane doing very nicely to escape that arm, Dean. As we saw, Kamil was doing a great job of trying to lock that arm in.
Kamil goes for the mount there, but gets his leg caught. Keane looks like he's looking for a lockdown there.
Lockdown secured. Half guard always risky in MMA though, Dean.
That's very true. In MMA, it attaches the opponent on top of you to yourself. As we can see here, you can work submissions. He's got the tap there from the Americana lock from half guard. Wow, amazing jiu-jitsu skills from Kamil Czyzewski. I'm up on my seat, Chris. Awesome fight here in the LFC.
Awesome fight, outstanding fight. Both fighters displaying and playing to their strengths, being bold enough to go into their opponent's weaknesses, but Kamil walking away with a submission that went on quicker than I could even notice.
Kamil showing the Polish finesse, the fire in the Polish people, never quit, use what's available to them, and ultimately get the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an exciting fight. Let's show some support for your two fighters here. Make some noise. These two guys have trained so hard. I know these two have worked incredibly hard to get here tonight, but after 2 rounds of action, a referee in charge, Civil Media is called to stop to this contest, declaring your winner via submission due to Americana out of the red corner and Sparta MMA, Kamil Czyzewski. And let's hear it for Steve Keane for the Kung Fu Academy. Man, guys, so impressive. All right, I am here with the winner, Kamil, via submission. Wow. How are you feeling right now, Kamil? That was crazy.
Yeah, I do feel good. But that's okay.
Kamil, you trained so hard. Every day you were out running, strength and conditioning, jiu-jitsu, wrestling. If you don't believe me, ladies and gentlemen, show the ear to that camera. I saw Kamil a couple of months ago. It didn't look anything like that. If you want to be a fighter, this is what it takes. Kamil, you have worked so hard.
We just want to thank you everyone for all the support.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much for the LFC, all the guys, all the people of the band, and support the MMA. Thank you.
And big thanks for this guy. He's the best.
Now, Kamil, I know you were very thankful for Smarter and coach here, Adam Rabansky, trained so hard. Well, let's talk about your jiu-jitsu coach for a minute. The way you went for that Americana, you went for the arm bar, you went for a lot of submissions. You showed so much improvement. You put the submission on in about 2 seconds, just boom.
Big thanks for guy, for coach from Darmstadt, and for my Polish coach, Kamil Czyzewski. Thanks for everyone who helped me win this fight. Thank you. Thank you.
Shout out to Paul Bridges, one of the first 10 black belts in the UK.